Okay, so we're gonna do some desk stretches from our chair today. Normally, I would love for you to stand up and get your blood flowing, but sometimes when we're really rushed and we're stuck at our desk or we're driving a ton, we just simply don't have the time to get up and take a couple of minutes to stretch. So I'm gonna show you a series of stretches. You can just do one of them when you think of it. You can also do the whole thing. You can watch the video and do the whole thing. But I'll go through a few with you, super simple, but it's amazing how when we're seated for a long time, we can get very stuck and locked up in one position. And one of the things that happens when we're sitting for a long time is that we start to slump forward. The heads of the shoulders come forward, the head comes forward, we start to strain the neck, we're prone to tension headaches, and the posture suffers, so our shoulders and neck tend to suffer. But the worst thing that happens, to be totally honest, is we're slumped over like this and we start to restrict the flow of breath, right? So when we restrict the flow of breath, our energy goes down, right? Right away, the energy goes down, our stress level elevates because we're not getting all the good oxygen, we're not getting the heart moving and the blood pumping the way that we need to, and just energetically, we're just down. Right? So even just simply sitting up tall in your chair is going to change the way that you feel. Okay, so simple thing that you can run through quickly at your desk. Sitting up nice and tall. Just begin with some great big shoulder rollouts. Okay, I always like to move forward a little bit to the edge of the chair. So my hips are right at the edge of the chair, and you want to make sure that you're able to plant your feet at hip width on the floor. Okay, so you don't want your legs dangling and you don't want your legs stretched out. We want the feet right underneath the knees, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, so all we're gonna do is bring one arm across the body for a little back of the shoulder stretch. And anytime you're stretching, you don't wanna feel any pain or discomfort at all. So if something doesn't feel quite right, you can skip that one or just change it up a little bit in a way that feels right for you. Okay, and then what I like to do is I like to take my hand down. I'm gonna slide my hand through the armrest here and hold on to the edge of the chair if you're able to reach. If not, just let your arm hang down. We're gonna do a little tuck through the chin, maintain your nice tall posture, and then all we're gonna do here is bring one ear down toward the shoulder. And again, there should be no zingy feelings, no pain whatsoever. It should just feel like a really good effective stretch. So you're moving into a range that is comfortable for you. Okay, and then we're gonna switch sides here. Little chin tuck, spine nice and tall. Okay, little neck stretch there, getting rid of some of that tension. And some of this neck tension can really contribute to migraines and tension headaches. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is just, again, we're gonna maintain our length. As soon as we slump in a little twist, we're not really getting into a very nice twist. So we want to stay very tall. I want your head to stay centered. You're going to take one hand to the opposite thigh. You can use your armrest here as a little bit of leverage with your head, your crown tall. Little rotation to one side. Avoid rounding forward or jutting your head out. Okay, you want to take a nice big breath into your side ribs here. And then very gently to center. Little reset with a shoulder roll. And we're gonna come all the way around to the other side. Okay, you wanna take a nice big breath in a way that moves the side ribs. Okay, we're gonna come back to center, little shoulder roll, and then I like to take a seated cat stretch. So I'm gonna turn my chair to the side so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so you're gonna take your hands and lace them. I like to kind of extend my index fingers forward. And all we're gonna do here is straighten the arms, protract the shoulders, and round forward, tucking the chin right to the chest. Okay, so I'm looking at you, but you're gonna have your chin right to the chest, really pulling the shoulder blades forward on the back for a really nice release between your shoulder blades, which always gets super duper tense. Okay, and then again, making sure that you've got your hips forward on the edge of your chair. Very simple hip stretch. I'll move back a little bit so that you have a better view. Okay, so listening to your knees here, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this one shin upward. Okay, and if that doesn't feel comfortable for you, what you can do here is lengthen your leg straight out, your bottom leg out. so that you've got a figure 4 position that's not quite as elevated. Okay, so for me here, I'm gonna have my heel right underneath this knee on the bottom leg. I've got my leg crossed over. And what I'm going to do here is flex this top foot just to protect the knee. So instead of having the foot floppy, I'm just gonna flex that foot. We're gonna sit up nice and tall. And if it feels comfortable, we're just gonna reach the chest forward. And again, I don't want you to round. I want you to stay long and extended. Okay, a couple nice long breaths. Doing these videos in my living room was never something I thought that I would be doing. These are different times, okay? Alternate hip stretch. Okay, I don't know about you, but my hips get mega, mega tight. Okay, so you wanna take some nice deep breaths, deep into the low back here. Okay, and then again, what I want to do is just make sure I'm forward in my chair. If it's comfortable, I'm gonna reach back and lace my hands. Okay, and if that doesn't feel quite right, you can just open your arms wide, like you're on the Titanic movie. It's perfect. Okay, so you wanna just maybe lift your chin up, get a little stretch in the front of the throat. Okay, and then I always just finish with a little bit of an arm motion there, just to get the blood flowing, and that is it. That's a quick couple of stretches that you can do from your chair. You can do one, you can do a bunch. Okay, something to just get your blood flowing and to get your energy back up.